Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to BeamNG.drive. And before we get into today's race, if you've got any ideas for future Beam videos or series, comment them down below. Because I've got a few ideas in mind. I remember when I used to do the Dangerous Road Rally series on GTA around Mount Chiliad. I could do that here on Beam as well, because you can find a load more tracks and have a load more cars and a load more destruction. So if that's something you want to see, then let me know in the comments down below. So up front, as you saw there, is a car that needs to win the Fiat 500. And that's Fiat 500, it's a Fiat 1. When it's the 1.6R version. And in second place, because they're giving it a second chance, is the S88. And in third is the Pacima Hill Climb. And in fourth, being demoted back down to fourth place after the last round, is the Barstow Apocalypse version. And at the back is the only new car for this round, the ETK. Actually, don't know. I'll have a quick look at this thing because there's so many ETKs. I don't actually know which one's which. So which ETK is that? Okay, it's an ETK K series, and it's the CJD version of that one. So mention comment down below as well which car you think is going to win this round. I'm going to go for the Pacima. I don't know why, I've got a good feeling about the Pacima this time, and just hopefully it doesn't get spun round at the start like it did last round. And I'm board now with the Fear, which actually doesn't get as good a start as what it did last time. And again, everything else now is coming quite quickly. Actually, that's quite calm down. Honestly, something else I forgot to do is I forgot to remove the front splitter of the Pacima, so I'm going to need to drag that now off of the car. Hopefully it doesn't cause too much damage to anything. Okay, it's already locked into the rear bumper. Okay, I know that's a mistake on my part. I'm just going to have to leave that now. And quite the contact already happening. And the S88 is going to get sent round into the wall. Okay, that's way too slow, 100 times slower. I know it's going to be quite hard contact. And the S88 though is rear-engined, I think. So it should be okay from that. But what I can do now though is actually get to the front splitter of the Pacima to remove it from existence. Because the side bits I can leave, but I was thinking it's a good job it didn't snag the rear tyres, because it can just literally rip the rear tyres off the cars. Okay, that's that dealt with. And then now it's onto the back now of the Fiat 1. Just gives it a nice shove. Oh, these two are giving each other a nice shove as well. And now then the S88 wants to go the wrong way, because of course. Let's put that now onto disabled. Has it been sent round yet? Okay, the Barstow's already been sent round. Let's put the S88 back in the right direction. Of course, I don't want to lose too much time and miss any action up front as well. Hopefully the Barstow can get itself going again in the right direction, which it looks like it's going to. Okay, that's helpful. And the figure sent round. Okay, there's contact with the Pacima. And now he's taken the Pacima around with it. Nice job there from the Fiat to get a bit of payback because he's been slammed into the wall. Okay, the spoiler. How did that spoiler survive the contact? But the Pacima though, he gets himself back on the road. A brilliant recovery from that Pacima. Can you get that back up to speed though, because the ETK is going to be coming. About the Fiat. The Fiat's having issues. The Fiat's also front wheel drive. Okay, that's going to... I can foresee already what's going to happen. So I'm just going to get this out of the way already. Let's get it over here first of all, because I don't want it to smash out the Barstow like that. Okay, then let's get the Fiat going again. And all should be good now, although it might get rammed from the S88. Let's put it now back onto full speed as well. And the S88, it's sketchy, it's a bit further behind than what I thought it was. So into turn 1, it's the Pacima that leads with only one piece of the front splitter remaining. The ETK is in pretty much pristine condition. Okay, the front bumper's hanging off a bit more than I thought. The front bumpers are pretty weak on these cars, so that is not surprising. Also the wheels, I don't know if the wheels are as weak as have been on previous ETKs. And then just on its own in third place is the Barstow, which is fairly crumpled at the back. It must have backed into the wall once he got spun out. And in fourth, the car that needs to win, and the car that isn't going to win is thing stand, the Fiat 1, and then the S88, which I gave a second chance to. It's not even its rear bumper or its front bumper this time, so it's got no excuse for going slowly this time. Okay, the front lights are jingling a little bit. That's a nice attention to detail. The Pacima though, it's in the lead for now, but the ETK, it is coming. And it's coming quickly. Well, I say quickly. They're both going at high speed, but the gap isn't closing all too quickly. And Pacima, since it's a hill climb car, it's going to be fairly aero dependent. And since I already removed the front splitter of it anyway, it's already going to be at a disadvantage to start with. And then is the Fiat still in fourth? Yes, it is. The S88 has lost a load of speed again, but nothing to do with me this time for not pulling off bits of the car. The Pursuit is actually pulling way up the hill. That's interesting. The Pursuit has got some pretty good acceleration, but it's about 50 or so mile an hour slower than what the ETK is, though the cars never reach the top speeds, at least for the faster ones. I thought it'd still be better, though the ETK it is pretty slower in the lower gear, so going through this part of the lap. Okay, can be actually, that makes sense. The advantage is in the slower part for the Pursuit, because it's better in the lower gears. It's just once the ETK and the Barstow get out of first gear, that's when they really put the power down. I don't know what engine the ETK's got, I can't remember, but this thing has a turbocharged inline 6, so it's pretty nippy in a straight line. And with the weight reduction it's got, I don't know if weight reduction actually makes a difference in BeamNG.drive. It probably doesn't, this is more of a crash sim, so as long as there's destruction, that's all that really matters. Yes, 88 really is falling away. As things stand, it is going to be out of the next round as well, along with the fit ones. We could look at two new slower cars for the next round, of course. As things stand, and the front lights really are just wiggling away on the Pursuit. It only has one side, of course. It is a hill climb car, so it will have all the unnecessary parts of it removed. And the front bumper is really just flapping away now on the ETK. And the Pursuit, it is four-wheel drive, I'm pretty sure, being a hill climb car. I expect so anyway, so it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to shove round from a single car behind it. And an ETK, it's not the beefiest car in the world either, so it's going to have to get inventive with trying to find a way to actually shove the Pursuit out of the way. Pursuits, though, they usually don't last very long, and this one could end up being the best one here. I don't know if Pursuits ever actually won a round. I doubt it with how terrible they usually are. Going around to the final corner now, I'm going to start the second lap now of the race, and it's the Pursuit that's going to lead us onto the second lap ahead of the ETK, and the Barstow is not actually all too far behind. Like I said, it's out of the corners. The acceleration of the Pursuit is better, but the straight line speed of the ETK brings it back into play. Although he hasn't actually caught it again yet. Now there's some contact, there's some hefty contact actually, and that's what it needs. It needs to try and force itself onto one side, but then the Pursuit can just slow itself down like it is, get itself back under control. It's the lead car. It needs to win the race. Well, it doesn't need to, but when you're out front, you can do whatever you want to win the race. And the AI, they all follow the same line, so if you can just slow yourself down, then that's a perfectly legitimate way to try and take the win, because this is the fastest part of the track, and the Barstow is really catching up in the background as well. But if the Pursuit wants to slam on the brakes and slow yourself down, bring the pace down, then that's exactly what you can do. Any way to keep the lead. The front bumper, though, of the ETK is very much destroyed now. That might actually catch on the curb. I don't think it's really going to matter all too much. The Pursuit, though, it's already had one good save when it got almost pitted round by the Fit. The bumper, are they connected now? I don't know. Might just be shoving each other into the corner, actually. I don't know if the bumpers are let together. I mean, it's complicated if they're not stuck together. I was waiting just for the Pursuit to put a bit of power down, because how it looks like that, where they merge together, is just how it looks. Again, they're not actually physically touching, though, in effect, really. And Pursuit, once again, out of the corner, is able to pull away a little bit, but not as much that time. And I don't know, the ETK is not smoking or anything, so it should be okay to actually finish the lap as things stand right now, although it is just going to be pounding the radiator into the back of the Pursuit, which, for the front engine cars, well, I think every car in this game, at least that I've used, has the radiator in the front, so yeah, the car at the back, the disadvantage of the car at the front has the advantage of that if you can stay in front anyway. That's why the one at the front is always the slowest. And now then, talking of the slowest, it's in a world of its own. The S88 is really not challenging it at all, and the ETK really has no answers for the Pursuit, because Pursuit, it managed to hold itself out of the wall once. It's got quite a bit of damage though, but for what matters, it all seems to be fairly okay. And with the front bumper, they're really just flapping away on that ETK. Some quite interesting damage to their bumper. Usually the bumpers, they fold a bit, but you don't really notice all too much with them. I think the ETK, though, it's a modded car, so it can have more done to it, really, than just a regular bog-standard car that comes in this game. Like this Pursuit, because the rear bumper and that, or the front bumper, they don't really crumple and deform as much as that, really. You can see that the rear bumpers here taking quite the pounding, and it's just really shoved it into the car a little bit. Because the bumpers in this, they're made of metal. I think how it works with how it damages to the rest of the car as well. So yeah, it doesn't really break off and stuff like it does on the ETKs or other modded cars. Now then, the Pursuit, though, is still leading. The Barstow really is catching up with the Pacema. It's not the fastest thing, and like I said, it is just going to be slowing itself down as well. And actually, it's a little bit wide-bodied at the back. I've just noticed that as well. So yeah. Actually, at the front of us, it's a wide-body Pacema, so at least that's something interesting about this car as well, because it is a whole climb car, but it isn't the fastest thing in the world, which is kind of disappointing. I was hoping it would be faster. The ETK that comes with a massive ram. Is that going to be what it needs to get past? So close, it almost found its way there to the inside line. The ETK though, I thought it wasn't going to get any of the chances, but just found a massive turn of speed there. But was that the last ditch effort from it? Is it now just going to accept second place? Because if it does, then the Pacema will be the car that has to win it in the next round. But then the team has still got a bit of a gap. The ETK though is still coming back. He might just be holding off now in second place. Just going to let the Pacema take this one and just play it strategically and try to take a victory in the next round. Although there will be 2 new cars as things down next round, so things could be totally different next time as well. And actually, the hood's a bit dented as well because it is slamming to the back of the S88 to start with. And the ETK though, yeah, it really has backed off now, not even trying to come close now. And into the final corner, there'll be no dramas through here for either of the front two. And the ETK though, he gets close, showing that it's not going to give up. Actually, it's actually pushing the Pacema around the final corner because the Pacema though is just taking it easy over the line, and the Pacema wins the round, and now that officially knocks out the Fiat 1. Let's get on board as well with the ETK, but that also on stopping. Now, is there going to be any post-race aggro between these two? Although the Pacema actually goes a bit further on the brakes, so yeah, just wanting to get itself a gap, I'd imagine. And now then the Barstow, that's coming now around the final corner, and that's going to come now over the line in third place, and then gets through into the next round. And my keyboard, thankfully, is still working this time, but is this thing going to plough into the back of the ETK? That's heavy on the brakes. Okay, there's going to be contact there. Okay, a quite hefty contact as well. Yeah, these two aren't going to be friends anymore. Okay, it's not the spoiler off the well, that's what it took to knock the spoiler off the Pacema. Now these two are going to get nudged now quite a bit further forward. These two are quite a bit far behind actually. Now the Fiat, how far behind is that? Why is this thing faster than the S88? I really have no idea. This thing, it's got more shine speed, more acceleration as well. But the Pacema though, that should still work after that crash. Yeah, because it only really just took off the rear spoiler. And the Barstow, it's crumpled and, well, it's crumpled. There's really nothing else to say about that. But now then, the ETK. These things can get crippled from being hit from the rear. And this thing, it feels wonky. So, yeah, but the rear spoiler on this one survives. So that's at least one part of the car that won't need replacing for before next time. And then the Fiat makes its way now around the final corner. Honestly, it was an accomplishment in itself for this thing just to win the previous round. But there's no way, honestly, have my keyboards actually stopped working now? Okay, no it hasn't. No, it just didn't want to cooperate then. Either way, let's put the Fiat on stopping. Now is this thing going to make contact with anything? Although everything's been cleared off the racing line, so I think it may just nudge the Barstow if it got far enough. So then it's just going to be the S88, which I gave it a second chance. And, well, I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised, honestly. This thing, no. I was hoping it would be faster than this, because after I moved the bumper from it last time, it found a good turn of speed. And honestly, I felt like it was gaining on the Fiat from where it was on the lap. But it seems whatever damage has been done to this thing, it's just not to be. And the spotlights are back because they don't open up anymore. And then around the final corner as well. For this thing, and now coming up now to the line, it's going to be first place. All 5 cars that do finish, which is kind of a rarity. Not usually they all finish the race. I mean, is this thing even going fast enough to get far enough to make contact with anything in front of it? 53 mile an hour though over the line. It's okay. You've got a few flames there at these also, so at least this thing does something interesting to end off with. Either way though, the car to watch is now the Pacema track. It's a track. I think it's a track day car now. It's the hill climbing car. You see the dent from when he got. Actually, what is that dent from? Because he didn't get T-boned. He got hit on this side, on the back, by the Fiat to take it off track in the first place. So I don't know where that hit came from. Either way, that's a car to watch. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like, leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. They'll be linked down below in the description. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.